Hey guys, welcome back. Hobby Table Collector's Home. Hey, I know it's been a while since I've had a video. I've just had a lot going on. For those who don't know, I do all this on my free time, and I've just had a lot going on where my other job had me pull out of state. I've had to go out a couple times for personal reasons. Just last week got in the full recovery side after COVID. So there's just been a lot going on, but back on track, getting started again. So today what we're talking about is one of our more favorable little spots, and that is auctions. So today we're doing a little bit more of a shop talk. Haven't had a shop talk in a while, and what these are just generally where I pick a subject and we just kind of go over things that be collective aspect, that you just little tidbits of information that aren't directed specifically towards like a specific business or anything like that. It's just general information, little guides, and a little helpful tidbit stuff. So today we're talking about is in auctions. Have you seen my past videos? I do get a lot of auction stuff, and but one thing I have noticed from one particular one, not going to say which, but there's a few things I've kind of noticed that's picked up with them. So this is just a little helpful tidbit if you like to buy things at auctions, no matter what kind of auction, who it's from. If you're buying autographed stuff, and I'm going to pull this one up for example. Here's this little suggestion we give, and we've been seeing this a lot. If you see an autograph and it has like a weird inscription, like this one says "I want you," that's kind of an odd inscription just for it by itself, and then the signature. I've had some in the past that I've picked up from auctions where the signature will be like weird, oddly off in the corner, and then when I get it, I see that the front's all scuffed up. There's little scrapes and everything on there. Now, here what I do when I get an item like this from auction and autograph, I have a multi-step process that I go through just to make sure it's okay. You know, especially if I didn't get it myself, if I didn't get the autograph from a reliable source, you know, I have a little step process I go through just to double check to verify the signature. Very first thing I do is this number here, based on whoever it is. This one's Beckett. I will run the number through their system, and the first thing I look for is, does it match the description and what other information it gives. Now here's where it gets interesting, where I was talking about some of these weird inscriptions where the autograph's off. It will state at that site's, when it gives the information, I've actually seen some where it will state that an inscription or a personalization has been removed. Now apparently there is a method you can go about doing that to remove inscriptions and or whatnot. I've never tried it. I have heard about it. I've known people who said they've done it. It's something I'll look into. But auctions, at least all the ones I've been seeing and going to, don't tell you that. So if you can zoom in on the picture at the auction site and see that number, and in the description, if it says this is the actual one, so like one place I go to, I'm not going to say who, but if it's that particular one, they will tell you to reference their high image resolution pictures for any damages or whatnot, or condition of it, because they really don't state what's wrong with it. They say look at the pictures as opposed to us telling you, but they always have left that information out, and that's not cool because they're withholding information. So if you can zoom in on that picture and see that number, run it through and it'll tell you. And if you can't get it, what I recommend is reach out to whomever is selling it and say, hey, I was just looking at this, can you give me that number? Hey, if they don't have a problem with it, they'll send it to you. But like I said, auctions, I do check it. And I've noticed that quite frequently from one place. And then when I get the autograph, the photo and autograph, I'll see like one of them, it was all scuffed up in the area where the signature used to be, or whatever it was they had removed. And on their images, you couldn't see it. So it just kind of feel like that's kind of a not so great thing that they withhold that information from you. So if you can see that, do check it out, do run them, I recommend that. If you're unsure still, inquire the seller, whoever it may be, and see if they can give you that number. You can run it, because not only do you get that information they're not telling you about, also I've run into some cases where I've run that number and it has not been in their system, It happens sometimes. What I usually do, if I have it in my possession, I just reach out to them and they actually will ask you some questions based on it, and you give them the information. If it is legit, they will just add it back into the system. But some auction sites, you would think they would check that before posting it. You would think, but you know, they don't. So today's shop talk, we're talking about auctions and things to look for if you see an inscription and it just looks odd, or if it's just a inscription that just sounds odd, like in the case of the one I was just showing you, it says "I want you." That is an odd inscription to have for them to just sign something off on there. And sure enough, when I ran it, it said that the personalization had been removed. So that was actually made out to somebody and it's been removed. Now I don't know how they don't do that. I've never done it, but I have heard it can be done. So today's just a little advice. The shout out is on auctions, when you're getting autographs, that is something to look for. If you can zoom in on that number and read it, run it before bidding on it. Because, and if there's any questions you have, do reach out to the seller to make sure nothing like that's been done and they're withholding you the information from you that an inscription or personalization has been removed. Because like I said, the sites that I've been here lately, it's been one in particular that I've been seeing that a lot. And the damage, haven't had too much damage. I've seen when they, through whatever process they removed it, I've seen a lot of scrapes and scratches which are not visible on the photos they give you. And like in this case, it was not visible on theirs, but it had what I call a dimple dent. Yes, like a little smile dimple. And what that is like if you have a photo and if they're holding it for any reason and you get a little bend right where the finger was, you know, it looks like a little curve. It looks like a dimple. You know, just from rough handling, probably during the process of when they were removing that, because where it's at, it's actually right up here. It's hard to see, but they probably had it holding like this when they were doing something or some point in time. And the website, the auction website showing the picture, who said refer to our high resolution images for damage or condition, did not show that. So, but yeah. So if you see a signature that just looks odd, if it's placed in a weird spot and there's a huge open spot, or just the inscription just seems a little weird, if you can see that number, run it through, because generally every time I have seen that, the company that signed this, like this is Beckett, I've seen it from JSA, they will actually state that an inscription or a personalization has been removed. It will state that in their comments when you run the number. So something to think about, look out for. Do question the seller on anything you have like that. So guys, hopefully that has been a little helpful. Like I said, just a little tidbits, been coming across it a lot. It was something in the past I never thought too much about, but because I was getting a lot of it, I thought, hey, let me shout this out, pass on the information in our little shop talk type thing. So that's what we had. Hopefully that will help out. Hey, if you have any questions, do shoot it to me, either in the comments. You can go to our Facebook pages or anything like that. I'll have all the information there, or you can shoot it at info@thehobbytable.com. Hey, I'll reach out what I know and everything. Now, do watch for our next video. I do have a mystery box from a nice company. It's an anime mystery box from one I have never gotten before from the business. Had it since the end of September. Well, actually, it was closer to the October. With everything going on, I received it, set it on the shelf, and I just kind of forgot about it. And today I was going through some stuff, looked up there, I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot about this. So keep an eye out for that. We'll be going back into some mystery boxes from other companies and see what they provide to us. So again, hopefully this little tidbits on things to look out for during auctions on purchasing autographs. So thanks a lot, guys, and do catch us on that next opening. That will be our next video. I will probably sit down and start looking to do it this weekend, which today is the 6th, Wednesday. So in about 3 days, I will be putting that together, and probably Sunday the 10th, I will post that. So thanks a lot, guys, and until then, happy collecting and safe collecting.
If you know of a business that you're curious about and would like us to check out, or if you have a business that you know of is really good and like to pass the word on, send it to us at info@thehobbytable.com. Again, that's info@thehobbytable.com.